Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. I'm the Livestock and Agricultural Specialist here at Prairie, and we are out here at Animal Encounters today to talk to you a little bit about an upcoming event. It is certainly springtime here at Prairie. We have already had over 70 babies born here. So we have lambs, we have goats, we have chicks, and we have rabbits as well. They are more than welcome to come and visit. A great time to do that would be next week. May 15th through the 21st is going to be our Heritage Breeds Week celebration. So all week, every day, we're going to focus on a different type of animal. We'll be doing special programming to help you get up close and personal with each species to really learn about them and learn about heritage breeds and why they might do the work that we do here in preserving them. So to give you an example, on Sunday we're going to be focusing on sheep. So on that day we'll have kind of programming specialized towards them. So we'll have a story time in the morning. We'll have a meet and greet where you are welcome to come and see our sheep, touch them, interact with them, learn about them. And then in the afternoon, we'll actually be doing some sheep shearing. So we will be doing kind of a race. It'll be where one of us will be using electric clippers, I will be using blade shears. We'll see who can get a sheep done the fastest. So hopefully I will win this year. I did not last year. So we'll be doing that. And then after that, they'll be doing some fleece washing and textile work with that wool that we do get so that we can use it for spinning later in the week. On Tuesday, we'll be doing a hog day. So kind of the same thing. We'll be starting with the story time in the morning, then a meet and greet where you can come and see the hogs. In the afternoon, we'll be featuring the pigs in a variety of ways, talking about some unique things that make them important for us here in Prairie Town.
There's a dinner that night, right?
There is a dinner night that night, yes. So if you are interested, you can look us up on the website. We're doing a very long table. It's actually a partnership with the 9th Street Bistro in Noblesville. So they're using our Ossabaw hog in all their dishes that evening. So you're welcome to come taste it. That's really a unique opportunity where you get to taste the flavors of the past and use those recipes. So we'll be doing that evening. The next day is actually our poultry day, so we'll be focusing on chickens. And so for that, same thing, story time in the morning, meet and greet with them, our creature feature. And then in the afternoon, we'll be doing some egg science experiments. So you get to see kind of inside the eggs, we'll be doing handling. So you can look at that process as they hatch. So we'll also have some fresh baby chicks for you to see as well. Thursday is our goat day. So we'll be featuring goats in that story time and our meet and greet. And then we'll actually be doing kind of a feature on soap making. So they'll be doing that in one of the houses here. Friday is going to be our cattle day. So again, story time, creature feature, meet and greet. And then in the afternoon, we'll be doing an ox driving demonstration. So we'll be kind of setting up a little obstacle course for them to go through. So you can see how we do that and work with them on training. We've got a team that's only 2 years old, so they're kind of still babies, but they're still learning a lot. It'll be fun to watch. And then we finish up the week on Saturday with kind of an overall Heritage Breeds celebration where we feature all of our animals in certain regards. So during that whole day, we'll have different features on them as well. And then throughout the week, we also have some make and takes that you're welcome to come and participate in. So on Sunday and Saturday, we'll be doing wool dryer balls. So it's kind of a replacement for dryer sheets. You can come and do that with the wool here. And then on Saturday, we have a special presentation coming in. Somebody from Bloomington, Indiana is coming to talk to us about rabbit compost and the benefits of that. So if you are interested in doing that, we have a pre-sale up on the website right now as well.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit about the goats as a heritage breed?
So these are one of our heritage breeds. Heritage breed is just kind of something, it's those breeds that would have been popular with maybe your grandparents, great-grandparents. They would have had them on farms historically, but they've fallen out of favor since, just because they can't keep up with commercial production. But they are very important, they're genetically diverse, so we try to help preserve that population. So with these goats here, they're called Arapalo goats. And there are only about 600 of them in the world, so they're very rare. What we do here is very important with them. We have about 20 to 30 of them, depending on the season. Right now we have more just because they just had a lot of babies. So they come from New Zealand originally. We don't know exactly what goats they descended from, but they're very similar to the old English milk goats that were very popular here with Indiana settlers. So they are kind of unique. They're smaller than our standard goats today, and they are kind of a dual purpose. They can be used for meat or milk. So they are kind of a general purpose goat, very good at clearing underbrush as well. So if you need some lawnmowers, our goats are a very good option for that.
Sheep.
And then we do have some sheep as well. right over here, we have one of our Tuna Sheep. So the Tuna Sheep are one of North America's oldest livestock breeds. They were developed in early colonial America. So the sheep that were used as a foundation stock for these were actually given to George Washington himself. So he spread them out to some different breeders. We crossed them with local livestock and developed what we know today as the Tuna Sheep. So that's what we have here. They're, again, kind of a dual purpose meat and wool sheep. But they're recovering, actually, there are about 10,000 of them in the US right now. So they're regaining their popularity. Unfortunately, during the Civil War, they almost went extinct. There was really one farm that kind of kept them, hid them away. And after the Civil War, they started promoting them again, which is kind of unique. Indianapolis was kind of the hub for that registry. So we do have some fun things out here in the pasture for our animals to do. This ramp here is kind of a teeter-totter, so our goats might jump on it. We've had some play on it occasionally. That was actually built for us by Hamilton Southeastern Schools. They did a fun little project here where they were trying to use simple machines. So this is kind of a lever here in fulcrum. So we also, right behind this, have a giant compost pile. As we're cleaning pens throughout the year, it kind of just gathers here. So we let that ferment, we let that kind of break down, and then that actually can go back on the fields to help fertilize. So we try to use as much as we can here. So this is one of our modern goats. She's a Saanen, so they're not really rare by any means. They're one of the most popular goats in America for dairy, because they can produce about 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons of milk every day. But we have them here as kind of a comparison to see how much different our goats today look compared to those heritage goats. Plus they're obviously very friendly, so nice for guests to come and interact with. So we also have rabbits out here in the pasture as well. We kind of keep their hutches separate from the barn just because they are an animal that can get stressed very easily. They can overheat, different types of things like that. So we keep them kind of away from the chaos of the barn. We just bring them up for little bits at a time, just so we're not overwhelming them. But they do get used to it, and they'll be more than happy to come and see you when you do come and visit here. But right now we're going to head over to our Golden Eagle Inn. That's where some of the action is going to be happening for Heritage Breeds Week celebration. We can go and see what animals we can find there.
What kind of animals are in this pen?
So this pen right now is just kind of open for our sheep and goats to go in. It's kind of one of our accessory pens. We don't really put animals in it permanently, but we can have them grazing in there during the day just for people to come and see.
So will you have hogs up here soon?
We will, yeah. So as part of our upcoming Thomas Landis Proving Ground experience that they're installing there, we will have some of our Osbach hogs in that pen with them. So at some point before June, they should be moved in there. So we look forward to having them closely here. Otherwise, if you do want to see our hogs, they're back in our Civil War settlement. So they're back behind the bank barn that's out there. So if you do want to see them, that's where you can look. We do have a couple animals. Right now, most of what we have here at the inn are just sheep. So these are more of our Tuna Sheep. These have not been shorn like the other ones yet. So this is something that you can come and see on Sunday if you come at 1 o'clock. That's when we'll be doing our shearing demonstration. But we'll also be doing the rest of these as well. Trying to get them done before the summer. This time of year is perfect for shearing just because it's not really too hot and it's not really too cold either. Because that wool does help protect them from both extremes. So not only can they freeze in the winter, but they can also get sunburnt and get heat stroke in the summer. So just having a little bit of insulation helps keep them healthy all year round.
Cool.
see some of our Prairie Town workers here are planting corn today. So we should have that grown before too long. This specific variety that they're growing actually goes up to about 15 feet tall, which is about as high as an elephant's eye. So it is very impressive when it does get up there. Good boy. So these pens here are what our hogs are going to be in eventually. This is right behind our Origins cabin. So we will eventually have some animals in here once we finish it up. Our hogs are very good at digging, so they're going to kind of be clearing this out. But unfortunately, that also means they're very good at digging under our fences. So right now we're still working on reinforcing the edges just so that we don't have any pigs wandering the neighborhoods of Indiana. So they're kind of far out there right now. They're out grazing for today. But this is where we have some of our English Longhorn cattle. They're another one of our heritage breeds. There are only about under 100 cattle of these type in America right now. So we have one of the only registered herds here. So most of ours have had to be registered through the registry in England, which is a little bit difficult. We have to send genetic samples in to do that. But they're a very impressive cow. They were kind of here originally in America and have since gone extinct and been reintroduced. But descriptions of cattle match really what we have here. These cattle with lines down their back and big sweeping horns that come down around their face, which is different from our Texas Longhorns, which go out and up and descend from Spanish stock instead of English stock. But this is another one of our heritage breeds. We do a lot of fun work with these guys. They are currently still looking forward to calves, so we don't have any on the ground quite yet. But some of the ones that we do have coming up are embryo cattle that we have shipped from England. We have implanted them in our cows, and so the cattle that we'll have born from that have really made a long journey to get here. So we're excited about that. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next week. We hope you come out and celebrate Heritage Breeds with us.